guys, it's Killer Veggie, and here is Georgie. I figured for this video today, we'll just talk a little bit about Georgie and answer some questions that people had. You gonna be crazy the whole video, baby? Yeah, you're gonna be crazy. That's okay. As you can see, she's gotten very big, and she's a very active climber. I need to purchase a cat tree for her because she needs more things to climb on. When I got Georgie, she was this big. She could fit into my hand. You can follow her Instagram page if you want to see pictures of her when she was younger. I got Georgie back in May, so she's a few months old now, and she's grown very quickly. What, baby? She was a rescue. She was found late one night around 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. My boyfriend was actually out on a walk and came across a terrible accident. A possum and her babies had gotten hit by a car. The mom and her siblings did not make it. She was the only survivor. She was actually found on the curb. The only reason she was seen was she was squeaking, and he heard her squeaking and picked her up and sprinted home, and we've been taking care of her since then. That night was actually really crazy. It was so late, nowhere was open, and she was extremely cold and hungry, of course, because I don't know how long the wreck had been there for. So we were rushing around to all the stores in town, trying to find something for her to eat and drink, and nowhere was open. So we went to, I think, 4 or 5 stores that were all closed, and it was very upsetting because I was panicking, and I know she needed to eat something because being that age, I know they have to eat about every 2 hours. So we finally decided, well, we'll give her sugar water because she needs to get hydrated. So we were headed home, and we saw a gas station, and it was open. So we went in and we grabbed some Gatorade, and she drank Gatorade for the first few hours that we had her. Got her nice and rehydrated and warmed back up because she was incredibly cold. And then as soon as the grocery store opened, we zoomed across town with her and got her some puppy formula and some little plastic syringes to feed it to her with, because possums, they don't suckle like other animals would. They normally have like a tube down their throat when they're that young. The probability of her living was very slim because of her age, being so young, and her eyes were not opened yet, and like I said, they're normally tube fed at that age. But the little miracle that she is, she learned how to eat using the syringe. So we got her back home, and she didn't like the milk. Don't nibble my fingers. Don't do that. That's not very. What have we talked about? That's not very nice. She's very exploratory with her nibbles. She doesn't quite know how to explore with her hands yet, so she likes to nibble on things. It doesn't hurt, it's just playful. Anyway, she did not like her formula at first. She absolutely hated it. It wasn't mom's milk. So for a couple days it was very stressful because I was worried that she wasn't going to get enough calories in her, and she was drinking mostly the Gatorade, which is good because she needed the electrolytes and to get fluids into her. But after a few days of fighting, we got her drinking the milk more regularly without so much of a fuss. Yeah, isn't that right? Now she loves the milk. She absolutely loves milk. She doesn't want a meal without milk in it, which we need to change. But yeah, so we used, for the first few weeks, we used a cardboard box. Just a giant cardboard box and tons of blankets in it. I was with her for most of the time. She didn't spend much time alone because she had to eat every 2 hours, so I didn't sleep much. I was constantly worried about her, constantly thinking if she was doing okay, if she climbed out of the cardboard box. She couldn't really move much, she was blind, so. But I was a very, very worried mother. Yeah, wasn't I? It was a miracle that she sustained no major injuries in the car accident, and I mean, all that we could see was that she was cold and hungry. So she started gaining more weight. What are you doing, baby? And I realized that she's gonna start climbing soon, so we needed to buy her another container. So we actually bought her a little pouch with a zipper on it, and that's how I carry her around most of the day in the pouch. Always wanted her by me. I still do. I just felt better when she was near me. So, and we also got her a little hamster carrier, just for like transporting, but it was perfect for her because she was so tiny. So she could stay in that overnight, and it had a lid on it, so I didn't need to be worried about it. We kept a heating pad under her constantly, not directly, it would be under the cardboard box, or once we moved to the plastic container, under the plastic container, so she wasn't directly on it, but she had to be kept warm because she couldn't regulate her body temperature. So that was another worry of mine. I had to buy a little thermometer that like one that you hold away from them, and it has like a laser. And I was constantly taking her temperature, making sure she was the right temperature, not too cold, not too hot. And she was good. We had no major problems with her at that stage, and still haven't. She's been perfectly healthy. As she got bigger, she moved into a glass aquarium. I liked that because there was no holes or anything that she could get her paws stuck in, or her head or anything like that. So she actually just recently, I have to say recently, it's been a few weeks now, but moved out of the aquarium and into a puppy pen that has a mesh top on it. So you stop that. You're just doing that because you can't get off the chair. You need to be good for the video. Everyone's going to think you're vicious. You're not vicious. You're very sweet. It's pretty big. She really likes it. She has another cardboard box in there. She needed something to hide in, and eventually I'm going to get her a little cat hidey hole bed thing, but I just haven't had money for it yet. So right now it's just a cardboard box with lots of blankets, and I put a blanket on top so it's like a cave because she likes to stay kind of hidden in the daytime. And she has a water feeder, and she's getting litter box trained, which is very exciting. It's not very easy to litter box train her because she's not very bright, but through positive reinforcement, like giving her little fruit treats and stuff, she's learning how to do it, which is really good because eventually I'd like, when she gets bigger, to just let her wander around the house and know that she'll use the litter box on her own. Right now she doesn't do that as much. She wanders around the house when I'm watching her, but my dachshund is kind of grumpy, and he can be kind of nippy, and she's so small still. I don't want her having any sort of confrontation with Pinocchio. I'm sure as she gets bigger, I'm going to get them more familiarized with each other, and it won't be a problem. She will get about as big as Pinocchio, if not bigger than Pinocchio, so I guarantee Poke will be afraid of her. You're gonna fall. It's very narrow right there. I know you think you can do it, but I'm worried. Yeah, so just hang out on me. Yes, just hang out on me. As for food goes, so she was on milk till she was about, I want to say 500 grams. She was on mostly just milk. We gave her some vegetable baby food in between, and then when she was really little, it was just milk and some rice cereal every once in a while mixed in, just so she could kind of get used to something a little bit more solid than just liquid. Now we feed her organic baby food, about 70 to 80% vegetable mixture with 10 to 20% fruit mixture, and then I still mix that in with a little bit of milk. Like I said before, she needs to get weaned off of her milk completely, but possums, they need calcium in their diet. In the wild, they would get that from, eating animals and eating their bones, but I don't have bones to feed her, and I don't really feel comfortable feeding her bones because I don't want her choking. So I do have calcium powder that we're going to start integrating into her diet. I'm a little nervous to go off of the milk because I don't want her to be missing out on any nutrients that she might need, but I know it's something that we need to do, so we'll be working on that. And I know she will be sad about that because she loves her milk. So, and then on top of the baby food mixture with milk, she gets puppy food, and it's the hard food, the same stuff that I feed Pinocchio. It's a nice brand, none of the meal and nasty stuff. It's got a lot of nutrients that she needs in there, and she can't chew it yet. Her jaw is not very strong. That's why the biting and anything like that, it doesn't hurt. Although I don't think she's trying to be mean at all. She's just, like I said, exploring. We soak it in some water so that it softens it up so she can actually chew it. Otherwise she will literally just swallow the pieces whole, and that can't be good. So, stop. She's drooling all over me. There's drool all over my leg. I don't know if you can see it, but she's marking me. They like to drool and rub their faces on things they love, so it's a sign of love. Anyway, we mix that in with her baby food mixture, and that would be a normal meal for her. And then of course she also gets plenty of raw vegetables and raw fruit as well. And then every once in a while, I like to leave a hard cracker in her cage with her. It's one of the baby crackers. I feed her a lot of baby products because I know they're safe. They don't have sugar, and that's organic. So trying to avoid giving her processed sugar at all. It's like the rice crackers, and they're hard because she needs something to teeth on. Because apparently what I learned is that possums constantly regenerate teeth, so they're always losing teeth and gaining new teeth. So she always wants something hard to chew on to kind of help her with that process. So we got these new treats that are kind of like Cheetos, but they're sweet potato, and she absolutely loves them. And they're really crunchy. Yeah, you like them, don't you? So, and I always have something like that in her cage for if she gets hungry, or some sort of vegetable or something. Her favorite food is broccoli. She loves broccoli. It's really hard to get her to eat other veggies right now. We're trying. She will probably only eat other veggies at this point if she's starving. Like, I haven't fed her for 30 minutes and she wants food. So we're working on that. Fruit, she'll eat almost any fruit. She doesn't like strawberries, which is weird. I don't think she likes the texture of them, but I'm sure as she gets bigger, her palate will expand and she'll want to try more things. But what else, Georgie? What else? What else is there to say about you? You're just being really crazy right now. I have noticed that other possums I see on Instagram and stuff are not nearly as active as she is. She's incredibly hyper. She never stops moving. We pretty much never just sit and cuddle because she always wants to go, 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 go. And as the evening comes around, it gets worse. She just gets more hyper. Around 12 to 4 a.m. is her most active time. She will not stop moving. She climbs and she squeaks and she just runs around like crazy. I would like to purchase her one of the giant wheels. They have these wheels for cats for exercise, and she needs one. But they're about $200, so I haven't been able to afford one yet. So a cat tree and a giant wheel, and I think that'll help her get her energy out better. Alright, so we went over food, we went over how you were rescued. I think that's really all there is. I feed her twice a day right now. Her normal meals with the milk and the dog food. She gets snacks all the time, but normal meals twice a day, and as you can see, she is very healthy size. Not too fat, not too skinny. She's doing really well. Right, baby? You're doing good. Don't know why that spot on her looks green. I think she got baby food in her fur today. I fed her kale. Yeah, did you got baby food in your fur? You're so silly, baby. But she's absolutely a blessing in my life. I can't imagine my life without her now. She just makes me so happy, and I love her very much. Right, Georgie? Like I said before, she does have her own Instagram page. If you want to see more pictures of her, I post almost every day on her Instagram account of us doing various things together. So I'll put the link in the description for that Instagram account. And if you have any more questions, you can always ask them in the comments. Um, yeah, that's all there is. Do you want to say bye, Georgie?